Okay, hello everyone. Chat works. Apparently, everything works. We are slightly late because Skype settings decided to reset themselves. Welcome back to the podcast with both me and Mangosport once again. Bye Mango. Nice to have you here. Right now, the mic, your mic should be working at a decent volume.
Okay.
Hopefully. Okay. No, that's not what. Wrong window here. Well, the fuck has OBS gone. Okay, no. That's definitely not what I wanted to happen there. You know what? I wouldn't mind a second screen right now just to have OBS somewhere else.
I have another screen now. Like,
I do as well. I just need to turn it on.
Okay. Before we start, sorry, I have a cold. So.
Okay. No problem.
Yeah.
I mean, I practically had a permanent cold going on from the end of August.
COVID.
Yeah, no. I mean, it started like after I got fully vaccinated. So like, what the fuck?
Okay. Don't get vaccinated. Don't get vaccinated. You have the Bill Gates microchip. 5G.
Yeah. It apparently makes you like Metroid like actually like it.
Yeah.
But if that was the case, that means I have been vaccinated for a long time.
You will also like Skyward Sword and Cyberpunk.
Yeah. No, by the way, since these are dumb times we live in, we have of course we have to state. You always have to state when you're joking or something like that. So, of course, please. Don't turn yourself into disease spreader. So going back to more relevant topics. It's been what 3 weeks since last podcast.
Yeah.
At least last podcast I did with you because there was another episode with Amparo in the middle.
Yeah.
And a whole load of a fucking whole load of stuff happened. In gaming in the meantime.
Okay, let's point the finger of the big topic.
Yeah. Let's go.
We were wrong.
Of course.
Deadly wrong.
We were so incredibly wrong. So giantly wrong.
Yeah, remember what we said? No, it is Sora in Smash is not gonna happen because Disney copyrights. I mean, okay, let's get it straight. We were totally wrong because if you had seen the presentation, Disney actually ripped off every single Disney item.
The funniest shit that what happened is exactly like word for word exactly what I said that it wouldn't happen. That's because right now because I want to right now you're seeing on the stream because I have myself on video saying the stupid thing. And I mean we can have a flashback moment. Like look at this. Look at what I said then. Look at what I said then. I mean, I'm gonna immediately discount Sora because the Disney thing I see it as a bigger obstacle than anything else. I love how pathetic your actually turn down to be later because we should make a meme of that moment with your face becoming Sakurai's.
Esatto, yeah, exactly.
If I say that and your face becomes Sakurai and you go, it's like a zoom in and you do, well actually, and then the Kingdom Hearts music starts.
Exactly.
We should definitely do that.
You know the John Cena meme where he pops out on the wall and says, "Are you sure about that?"
Yeah. You know what? That's hilarious because basically it's like the first time that I make a podcast and I go live on the internet to like real time speak my opinion of some subject like in real time in voice on camera, and I say something that like in the span of 3 days turns out completely wrong. Che figura di merda. No, that was hilarious. I'm not gonna lie. I was not like I am happy and then happy that they revealed Sora in the first place.
No, because here's the thing. I don't like Kingdom Hearts. Like.
Okay.
I played the first two on PS2 and. They were okay. I know there is a lot of fans out there, so please calm down. But my opinion on Kingdom Hearts was that I played only the first one actually, and it was the cringiest shit I ever played in all my life.
You went farther than I would have.
Like when I played it
Honestly, I could say it like this. When you're like in the teenage phase of discovering video game series with like convoluted plots and complex themes and shenanigans, I found like the word like there's two kinds of people generally. There's the ones who have their sort of awakening video game awakening of their imagination and their like inner world with Kingdom Hearts and or Final Fantasy, and the one that have the thing with Metal Gear, the ones that have the thing with Metal Gear. And I'm definitely in that camp. And I am honest enough to admit that looking back at Metal Gear now, like I still love it to that. I still like Metal Gear Solid. Why do we have audio doubling?
I don't know.
That's why because maybe because there was Twitch open on my side. Because Orazio is saying that one of us that has an incredible delay.
Anzi tutti, addirittura.
You mean delay between the voice and our movement? Because that happened last time as well.
Aspetta un attimo.
Yeah. Because I did hear my own voice earlier. Oh my god. That's kind of.
Effettivamente si sente doppio.
Effettivamente sì, è strano.
Sì, tanto in questo momento parliamo italiano perché tanto vedo bene che ci sono solo italiani dalla chat.
Sì, effettivamente sì. No, più che altro, ma tu hai lo stream aperto adesso sul tuo?
Sul telefonino.
Non sul PC. Bizzarro, quindi non dovrebbe essere quello il problema.
No, ma l'ho aperto adesso sul telefonino in realtà, perché più ce l'avevo sul computer, quindi può essere che...
Aspetta, ho capito. La stessa cosa dell'altra volta.
Avevo capito.
Porco cane. Ok. Adesso dovrebbe essersi risolto il problema. No, il delay tra audio e video rimane. That's not going anywhere. The audio doubling should have been solved. Prova a parlare, Simo.
Ciao,
Riprova?
ciao ragazzuoli. Davide, impara delle canzoni. Lo so che ci stai guardando. Ciao Sara, ti voglio bene.
No. Aspetta, provo ad alzare. Alzo un attimo l'audio del desktop. Dovrei avere il tuo volume un pochino più alto. Vai.
E niente, eravamo sbagliati. Sì, eravamo sbagliati. Comunque, the ones of you that are free of guilt.
Esatto. Attento che potrei cominciare a cantare.
No, no.
Okay, so yeah, we were fucking wrong, and yeah, we were like on the brink of starting a flame. Thanks for the new follow, by the way. On the brink of starting a flame with Kingdom Hearts fans. I honestly, I don't even dislike Kingdom Hearts. It's just like I have a love-hate relationship with the whole saga. And as a game, it's not my thing. Like, I would suck at playing it. Actually, no, it's not like that. I would, because I actually played. Okay, no, I played the 358 and all that on 3DS, and I sucked at that. And I'm pretty sure I would suck at any given Kingdom Hearts, and that's a ton of reasons for why I appreciate the series from a distance. But hey, Sarah. But it's definitely not like my jam to play. So I didn't particularly like care in a positive sense for Sora to get in Smash. I've seen how he plays, and I've seen that video that Mangosport sent me about that hilarious video about Sakurai, including Sora. That was hilarious, and I have not played Smash for a long while, so I would also love to have some Mango opinions on that, because the only thing that the only thing that I remember is that the moment even that I'm like the most casual of casuals, even when I saw Sora's up B, the first thing that came to mind was flashbacks of like that Bayonetta moment from before Smash Ultimate even came out. Like the one when they showed I think it was MK Leo that showed that the ladder combo still existed, and you could see Sakurai going like, no. You know what I'm talking about, right? You know that moment.
I remember. Yeah, I remember. Yeah, it was before Ultimate. No, but the thing is, it was like the crazy thing is that he was the most requested character in Smash history, and
Yeah.
it was the first. It was highly requested when the 3DS game came out. So we are talking like 6 years ago.
In that sense, I'm happy that it made a lot of people happy.
Yeah, and it took 6 years for Nintendo, not for an indie company, for Nintendo to put Sora in their game, because Disney was like grasping on easy P, like, no, I won't give you Sora.
I don't know the inside story. I don't know if you did any research on that.
I read something, and they were. It took them 6 years to convince Disney to give them Sora, and it's like, I mean, it was like King Kong fighting Godzilla, because I mean, Nintendo.
Yeah, Nintendo and Disney.
Yeah, Nintendo is a multi-billion-dollar company, and Disney is a multi-billion-dollar company, and they were like fighting each other, and I can just.
And like they have 2 out of 3. Each one has 1 out of the 3 highest grossing franchises in the world.
Yeah, exactly. So.
And most interestingly enough, both of them have in both cases there's a mouse involved with some weird ears.
yeah, exactly. And I mean, and I was cringing beyond myself when I saw the Sora stage, and there is like this shape clock thing
We're looking at it right now, actually.
Yeah, it is the clock shaping thing. And there are all the icons of all the different characters. So you have like Raikou, you have like.
Okay. Now I've got what you're talking about. Yeah, I actually like that.
It's cool. And also we have Goofy and Donald Duck. And they are only like a boat and a star, and I was like,
oh yeah, I see they're also like they seem hand drawn.
Yeah, it was like
they are so obviously in a different style from the rest.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, it's almost like Nintendo said, you know what? This was supposed to show Goofy and McDonald, but Disney didn't allow us. So
you're thinking like we're making it intentionally ugly to say that Disney has been dicks.
Yeah.
That's an interesting theory. I'm all for that. Like, I mean, Nintendo is not one to talk when it like about letting anyone do anything with anything related to their products, but I mean, it's still hilarious. It's still hilarious.
The song is the team. The song team that was included with that
in the trailer.
But it's dope. Like,
I legit. I mean, even I, as a really completely dope. Not fan of Kingdom Hearts, I got goosebumps. That's some good music.
This was really dope.
Yeah, the feeling that the thing invokes are there, even if you like never had anything to do with the series.
Have you ever read the manga of
Kingdom Hearts? Sort of. Like, I had for a while in my house the manga of I think I had the first volume of the Kingdom Hearts 2 manga. Like Kingdom Hearts 2, I have the game. I don't have the game. It is the game since I actually watched a whole playthrough at the time. It is the game of the series that I know most of. I kind of remember the general plot, and I got out of that game, like, by the way, thinking, oh my god, like all of the supposed good guys are basically genocidal, racist assholes, especially Mickey and Ansem. And so, like, okay, exactly. I got it impression. Like, I was, and I'm usually, I think you know that about me. I'm usually not the kind of guy that I usually am the kind of guy that tends to like protagonists and identify with them and not like on principle side with the supposed villains. So the fact that Kingdom Hearts 2 got me to do that, like, I was strongly in the camp of Organization 13 by the end of it.
Yeah, I know.
That says a lot.
No, I have the manga, by the way. Of the Kingdom Hearts 1 manga and all the, I don't know, the like middle game 352.
Honestly, I couldn't finish that. I couldn't finish that game. I went. I got at the Halloween Town casket pumpkin coffin giant weird boss, and I was like, no, I'm not finishing this game. I legit, it's one of the few games that I returned to GameStop. And I got Lunar Nights by bringing that back, and I'm 100% happy with my decision.
Yeah, no, I stopped much earlier.
Oh my god.
You know what is a thing that... Okay, I don't like the Kingdom Hearts game, but I always said that, okay, if someday, someone decided to release it on PC, like the collection, as it's called, the Kingdom Hearts 1.5 HD Refuel Plus 2.8, the final remix cut, whatever the hell is called, that's the longest titles they use. And I always said, if they're gonna release it on PC someday, I think I'm gonna buy it because I'm like, okay, let's let's try this again. Maybe, I will enjoy it this time. And then during the direct, there was the news that they are gonna release it on Switch, and I was like, yay, okay, cool. I'm gonna see myself sort of buying. Then I saw.
And they said that it's cloud versions only.
Yeah, I remember. I was like, why the cloud version? I mean, they were PS2 era games, so why did you need them?
Yeah. What? Yeah. Why the fuck? Why the fuck? I honestly, did they give any statements? Is it only because they wanted like to release them as a? I get it that they're releasing the most recent version of each game, and that they're doing it as a bundle with 3. But if I'm not mistaken, you can buy them separately, right?
Mm-hmm.
So why the cloud version of first 2? What?
No, I don't know. It was one of the stupidest things I ever seen in all my life. And they also released a statement some day ago. It was an interview with with Square Enix, and they said they are actually thinking about releasing them physically, the first 2.
Oh, I hope that they don't pull. You know what? Imagine if they pull a Nintendo and they say, okay, like we're releasing them physically, like for 2 weeks, and they are $60 each. Yeah. Limited edition.
Limited edition, yeah.
Yeah, at this point, honestly, I mean, you could say I'm being a jerk, but come on, they're giving us reasons to be like this.
Yeah, everything is possible, but I mean, the cloud version is honestly, it's one of the stupidest thing I ever.
Yeah, we have the cloud version of Kingdom Hearts 1, but cloud saves are still like a thing that exists like in one out of 5 games.
Yeah, exactly. And by the way, I was talking to a guy related to the cloud saving. I was talking to a guy the other day that it was desperately because he has lost his Switch on, it wasn't working anymore, and so he needed to the Animal Crossing save games. So I mean, Animal Crossing is one of the greatest release on the Nintendo Switch right now. And he said that it wasn't possible to, have a backup of them because they just made an automatic backup of the saves, and he was gone, and then that backup was gone. And so there wasn't a cloud save game of that, and so it was.
Oh, so what they said, because they released the game, they forced you to only save the data on the Switch itself, and not the SD card. Then they said that the cloud backup would have been available later, and that after that I don't know what happened, but I'm guessing that didn't happen. That didn't happen either.
No,
that didn't actually happen.
So
yeah, so that's a scam as well. Okay, yeah, that's nice to know.
Because Animal Crossing has a system of it makes a backup every now and then, but I don't know every when because it just does whatever it likes. But apparently it doesn't work if you change the Switch. So
that's fucked up. The fact that you cannot do it manually. The fact that you cannot do it manually. The fact that you only have one island per Switch. By the way, for some reason, every time you think of that, that is souring the happiness for the update. Every time I think of that, the first thing that comes to mind is that game's file size at launch was like 6.2 gigabytes, which was like half the size of Monster Hunter Generations Ultimate, which is a fucking 3DS game, which was ported on Switch.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, to be fair, that's also that also is compression. I mean that means not much because that also is about compression. Like Dragon Quest XI on Switch is like half of what it is on PC and.
The Witcher 3 was like 15 gigs.
And also Rise is like way lighter than Generations Ultimate. But to be fair, Rise also has actually less content than Generations Ultimate. Though I love Rise to death. That needs to be said.
Yeah, we talked about that the last podcast. And
I've only finished a lot of time ago, and I played bits of KH1 and 2, but I've never really got hooked on them. Okay. Yeah, so I can get this, but I didn't want to turn this into let's bash on Kingdom Hearts for 2 hours and a half.
No, I mean, it was like, you just play it, and I felt like, what that? But the manga was cool. The manga was cool. I enjoyed more. The manga was cool. I mean, I enjoyed more reading the manga than playing the game.
Oh, okay.
Because, okay. I remember that it was released on the Italian issue of Mickey Mouse. The comic.
Mm-hmm.
So you can buy the comic release, the Topolino by Mickey Mouse, and they also have Kingdom Hearts with them. So I was hooked in the manga, and then I played the game, and I was like, what the hell is
I kind of had the opposite experience, because like the thing I remember like not understanding a fuck of what was happening in the manga.
No.
But I was also very, very. I was also like middle school at most by then. So I mean, it's kind of the age around the age you're supposed to have when you get into Kingdom Hearts, or at least it was at the. I had friends that were. I had a friend that played it in elementary school. That was my first introduction to the fact that the series even existed.
The manga was released when I was I was 12-ish years old. So.
Yeah.
But I mean, we are all happy that Sora is in the game. I'm actually, yeah, kinda happy to have Sora in the game, only for the fact that they did it. They managed to comprehend all the vast variety of different characters in one game.
Yeah, full disclosure, I still haven't bought like a single Smash DLC.
I bought only the first one.
And then question. Imagine that you're like me, that you have bought like no Smash DLC.
Mm-hmm.
And you get like gun to your head, you have to buy one DLC character for Smash, and only one.
Mm-hmm.
Which one?
Hero.
Okay, why?
Because I really like the character, and I loved Dragon Quest XI to death. So
because of how it plays in Smash, or because of the game?
No, because of the game. I'm not a competitive player, so I don't give a damn about how high the rank is it.
Okay. So, that's good. I wanted to know your version of the answer to this question.
Yeah. No, I'm not a competitive player. I mean, I was not King Hyrule, the King Dedede main. So.
Oh, that's cool.
And it's like F tier or something.
That was unexpected. That was unexpected.
Yeah, but it was cool. Yeah, it was cool. So, I mean, to be honest, I haven't touched Dragon Quest XI Smash in like a couple of years.
The moment that you get like the moment that we are able to like play together on stream, some Smash is definitely in order.
Yeah.
We should definitely do that.
Yeah, because
it's like the first time I played Ultimate like at all was in my house with you with your copy of the game on your Switch.
Yeah, it was New Year's Eve.
Yeah, that was cool.
Yeah, we managed to unlock Baby Link.
Yeah, because we were basically like at the beginning, like you had unlocked like 3 characters. Or something like that.
I bought the game on the 27th of December.
Yeah.
So
that was cool.
Was like,
on that evening, I mained Inkling.
Yeah, I remember. And I remember that I basically played non-stop since the day I bought since to like May. For some reason, I played like non-stop for
Yeah, that
24
was
hours a day.
more or less the same for me. And I started with Inkling as well, like as soon as I unlocked it. I think I like used Link up until I got Inkling, Inkling, not Inkling, and then I got that would have been a cool form, and then I got like for a while I sort of mained Inkling, and then my actual main at least for the time that I was continuously playing was Pokemon Trainer. And then it sort of became then I sort of specialized. I don't even know if I have a main anymore. I would still say Pokemon Trainer, but it's like there's like 6 or 7 characters that I play, and the rest like I ignore.
Yeah. I mean, it was the same for me. I remember that I made King Dedede. I made Ganondorf.
Whoa! Oh, you're definitely on the heavy characters.
Yeah,
Pikachu, I literally cannot play. I am incapable of playing Pikachu.
I was good to play Pikachu. I even won an online match once. That's it.
Funnily enough, I won. I randomly won a tournament online.
That's the only way to win a tournament, like randomly.
And like, no, I think I honestly I felt good at the time. Thinking about it, I realized that I might have won at least one of the matches because of lag.
Yeah, me too.
But I'm not. I mean, I don't. I probably have footage of some of it. No, I don't know because I don't think I don't know if it lets you save replays. Honestly, the fact that you cannot share captures of Smash is stupid. It's like mind-numbingly stupid.
Now.
You can now.
You can now.
Oh, now I have a reason to go back to play.
Yeah, we can add it to the clips you save, and it's really cool. Actually.
No, I mean, no. I don't mean the replays in game with the in-game editor. I mean like pressing the share button.
I don't know, but I think you can now.
And record videos in the Switch album, because for a while you couldn't.
No, but you can now.
I need to go back and try. Because that would be good.
Let's go back to Smash. Okay, that's it.
Oh, let's go back to news, unless we have some like specific things on Sora in Smash, no. But we don't have those because none of us has played Smash for months.
No.
By the way, just to end this, if I had just to end this and just to make Mango angry, if I had if you ask the same question to me, like gun to the head, buy one DLC character, it's Violet.
I have my Master Sword here.
That's exactly. And I think you knew that I would have said that.
Yeah, I know.
No, but it's honestly, it's not about, because there's a lot of reason why I'm probably not ever getting Fire Emblem Three Houses, or like not anytime soon. But in the context of Smash, the design besides, like, it's the one that it's most interesting to me for how it actually plays in Smash. That said, what's next topic? Metroid or Animal Crossing? Which one we do first?
I was literally playing Metroid like minutes ago. You called me.
Okay, let's go. Let's go Metroid then.
So, I bought Metroid yesterday.
Okay.
Okay, let's get it straight. I have never played a Metroid game in my life. I only played Super Metroid on the SNES emulator on the Switch. And it was fine, but I never finished it. So this is my first Metroid ever. And I'm having a blast. I mean, it's like... I'm saying it's the best game I ever played this year. It's awesome.
Oh,
I mean, yeah,
that's big.
Awesome. Yeah, it has... You know, the thing that I like about Metroid is that you're pushed to do stuff like fast. So you are running and you are dodging and you are like firing while you're walking and you are jumping and firing at the same time and you're playing it. That's okay. Like, let's go. I want more. And then you find a boss. You say, like, go fuck yourself. Boom, and shoot in the head. That's the cool thing about Metroid. Just keep
I
going
thought it would have been like I think that is kind of a new Metroid thing. Like unless you're a speedrunner, like classic Metroid is a bit more thoughtful in how you approached it.
Yeah, it is now. It's like Doom Eternal. Okay, but in one sense, it's that you are It's that you're balancing the non-stop action that just keep going and going and going with strategy.
In the sense that you have an helmet.
So both you have, and both you are like 2 meters tall.
Exactly.
Anyway. And it is awesome. I mean, the enemies, you only have these indestructible robots, and you find scattered across the map in close levels. You just enter the arena, and you know immediately that the enemy is here because you start hearing this blip 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 sound. Is the enemy that is scanning you. At a certain point, it sees you, and it starts tracking your steps, and you have to keep moving and just be fast and find your way out as soon as possible because it is chasing after you, and it gets closer and closer and closer and closer, and you are like, and there is no sound at that point aside from the enemies that is walking around you, and you're just like thinking, split second, okay, where I gonna go? I can't go back there because the enemy is here. I can't go back there because
I honestly dread pun intended getting to those segments when I eventually get my hands on the game, because I become very stupid when I'm scared in games. So like I'm prone to but I've seen that like movement is so fluid in general.
Yeah.
That I should be able to like sort of act lucidly and like not get stuck and killed by the game's controls, provided that I only play docked. Because my Joy-Con drift is getting you have no idea of how horrible it is to play certain parts of Mark of the Ninja with like a wild Joy-Con drift.
My girlfriend managed to fix it. I just opened the Joy-Con and just flooded with, I don't know, some kind of spray, and
I mean, I use the cleaner and it manages to. The point is that Joy-Con drift is not even one issue. It's like there's like 4 or 5 factors, and depending on which kind of problem you have or problems, any fix can be permanent or just or you can just be delaying the time in which you have to at the very least buy a new stick and manually replace it.
Yeah, you know what? It's beyond hilarious that Nintendo said, the new OLED Switch is being released, and they said, okay, this new Switch is an improved Joy-Con. It's much better than the one. It's kind of sturdier than the one before, but we didn't fix the Joy-Con drift because it's unfixable. So
it's okay. Now they're saying that it's unfixable, and previously they said that it wasn't like even there. And I think they sort of had opened a service to repair. I don't know what's the state of that, depending on the countries in which you are.
Okay, no, I have actually used that, and the thing is, you have to pack your Joy-Cons, send them to them, and then they replace you the ones you send that for free. But it took like 2 or 3 weeks.
Okay. So it's something you have to do if you're planning to go on an expertly timed holiday.
Yeah, or just buy new ones. I bought
Yeah.
it's the second one that I bought actually. Then the next one I'm gonna buy gonna be the Skyward Sword one.
Honestly, the absurd thing is that like in theory you can get replacement sticks for like cheaper, and that just Nintendo could just sell those and an official repair kit, but that would require admitting the problem.
Yeah. You can buy it on AliExpress for like.
Or I don't know, because I don't know how people would take like Nintendo selling official repair kits for Joy-Cons, because that would be like weird from a PR standpoint. But also, if you say that the problem is unfixable, then yeah, at the very least sell like a cheap and affordable way to deal with it ourselves.
Yeah. The thing that I'm most curious about is that I have the Joy-Cons and I have also Xbox One controller for the PC, and they both have Joy-Con drift. The drift. This one, this is my Xbox controller. It's a third-party one, but it's the official edition set by Xbox, by Microsoft, and the left stick doesn't work. I use it to play like Formula 1 games, and imagine that you are on the straight, and just immediately the car goes. Yeah, so you're basically you're always basically like pushing the Joy-Con the stick on the opposite direction, because the car tends to go.
You are describing like how Mario Kart 8 normally behaves on like 200cc.
Yeah, exactly. And I just cannot because I knew that it was a thing also for the PS5 controller. I knew what is happening. Why they can't get this right? I have a PS2 controller that is like 15 years old and it still works. Not more than 15 years.
Yeah, probably if you throw it against the wall, it leaves a crater in the wall and still works.
Yeah, it still works.
Fun story. Okay, I'm not gonna give the context of that, because but my Game Boy Advance was once intentionally submerged in the water with the intention to make it unusable by someone. It still worked. No, I'm not gonna give context to that, because I really don't want to do that. Yeah, I'm gonna tell you. Yeah, I'm not going to give public context to that, but that happened. The point is that it survived.
Yeah, it survived. But anyway, Metroid Dread is awesome. Okay, and it's extremely cool. I only played.
I'm very happy to hear that, because I wanted so much to bring it on the channel. I had this grand plan of. Okay, I'm gonna play at least one old school Metroid live on channel, and in preparation for Dread, I'm gonna pre-order the special edition and I'm gonna play it live. And then what happened is that when I tried to use, because I tried to use the Switch Pro controller with Steam, and it works. I've tried to use it with RetroArch, and like everything on my screen started having seizures. Twice. And now, and any single time that I connect the Pro controller to the PC, while RetroArch is open, like stuff happens, and I'm like, I think the screen goes. Stuff happens on screen, and I'm thinking that either I'm gonna relive the Scarecrow cutscene from Arkham Asylum, or just like Alma from Fear is coming out of the screen to get me. Like, okay, no. I could try with like a different emulator, like to getting just Visual Boy or something like that separately from RetroArch and see how that goes. But I haven't yet. Yeah, so I'll probably get Dreads like sometimes in 2021, especially because like, okay, Christmas, birthday coming up, but there's also other stuff in line. So yeah, we'll see about that.
Side note, extremely funny that we are talking about playing Metroid Fusion on the emulator RetroArch. Like
Yeah.
it was a common thing, like without saying, oh, or maybe Nintendo would release one day. Nah.
No, because we talked about that for 20 fucking minutes last time, so I said everything I could have.
It's not gonna happen either. But
Because
am
they're
loving
stupid like that. But by the way, oh no, it wasn't happen after, because when I said that, they had already, like, at the same time, announced the Castlevania Collection,
Yeah.
which, like, that one I am getting, and I'm probably playing like live, like the moment it drops in price, that thing is mine. And I'm finally finishing Area of Sora, because that game was fucking amazing.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna buy it too.
Oh,
I mean,
I mean, oh, then I should have told you that there are actually two Castlevania collections on Switch. There is the Game Boy Advance one that just came out, but there is also the classic Castlevania one that was on sale, like, last week for €5. So I didn't know you were potentially interested, so I just forgot to tell you.
I was actually very curious to try Castlevania 4 because I remember I saw.
I don't know if that's there. Maybe.
Yeah, because I remember I saw an old video of an angry video game nerd, and he was playing. And he was talking about the Castlevania series, and he said that Castlevania 4 was his favorite, and I said, okay, well, I'm kind of curious.
I really, I mean, if you manage to get the advanced ones, the advanced one, I really do. I don't even know. I've heard positive things about the other ones, but Area of Sorrow is the one that I actually played, and I, like, got to 50% completion, and that game's good. It's weird as fuck, but it's good. The thing we talked about the other time, about the whole game starting with we are inside the eclipse. That one.
Yeah, I remember. And okay, I'm gonna say something controversial for me.
Let's go.
I think once I finished Metroid Dread, I think I'm gonna try to speed run it.
Oh.
Yeah, because it's a thing that pushes you to do.
You liked it that much.
Yeah, I mean it's because I like it because it's fast. I mean it's not stop action, and it's just like, and it keeps giving and giving and giving and giving, and just keeps getting better and better and better. And I get very extremely salty every time I saw someone on Facebook or on social media says, it's the same as Hollow Knight.
Oh no! I was dreading this moment.
Okay. For the guys that are not Italian, so day one. Okay, Metroid Dread day one. No, all the reviews are coming out from all the different websites, and everyone is loving it. Then it comes Every Eye. Okay, it's one of the major video game sites in Italy.
Is it just Italian? That I don't even know, because I.
Yeah. No, it's all Italian. Okay, and the first thing that said, it's okay. Metroid Dread is a good game, but it's too similar to Hollow Knight.
They actually said it that way.
Yeah,
it
basically said that way. They said he has a lot of things in common with Hollow Knight. It just and I was like, I mean, Hollow Knight is a Metroidvania. Have you ever wondered what the first part of the name comes from? Like Metroidvania? and everyone was losing their shit because they were saying, yeah, it's the same as Hollow Knight. Oh, Hollow Knight only costs like €15, and Metroid Dread is €60, and just 7 hours long. And I was like, cringing beyond comprehension, and that was
Honestly, I kind of hate that this debate even exists. Like the fact that we are at a point in which the community, that there is a rift between the conflict between the fan base of Metroid and Hollow Knight is something that really doesn't need to happen. I mean, I sort of, to be honest with you, because we already discussed this, in a way, I sort of get the content and pricing thing. In a way, I mean, in a way, I get that, but I also really understand your position about the unnecessary toxicness of some of it. And also, I don't really know because I don't know enough of either games. But I mean, some people raise the point of like one is a 2D game and the other is like fully 3D assets and all of that. So I don't really know. I don't know enough of either games to fully comment of that. But just the fact that one is 2D and one is 3D, to me is definitely not enough to mean a whole lot. And the thing about the duration in hours does have some meaning, but it's also extremely relative. Like what are you comparing? Average playthroughs, speedrunner time, first times, like duration of first playthrough. What are we talking about exactly? So I really don't know, and that kind of debate, that particular debate, and the fact that we are at the point in which like there are Hollow Knight and Metroid fans fighting online, it's kind of.
No, I would. One of the stupidest thing I've read is it was a guy I was generally making like a comparison between Metroid and Hollow Knight, Metroid Dread and Hollow Knight, giving making a ratio between the hours of a game and how much does it cost. And he said like Metroid Dread is 7 hours long and it costs 60 euros, so it's like $10, 10 euros for every hour, and while Hollow Knight is like 50 hours long, I don't know how much, and it's like 15 euros, so it's like 50 cents per hour. So it's a better value for your money. I was like, what the? Why? What the hell? What is like? It isn't even a point. I don't know. Honestly, wow.
I don't. I sort of get it, and I sort of don't, for the reason that I already explained. Also, I mean, by this logic, like by this logic, like Monster Hunter should be one of the best games in the world, because like, I mean, how long is it? But also, that's also interesting because it also depends on what you're counting. Like, because how many hours is the Binding of Isaacs exactly? And also
1,000 hours, I don't know.
Yeah, or maybe way less if you play it one time. How many hours is like any Souls-like game, considering that like you might the first time your first playthrough is probably twice as long as any other playthrough you might make. If you even do multiple playthroughs, by the way, if you even like the game enough to attempt multiple playthroughs. And also, yeah, I don't know, it's kind of I don't know, the problem is that part of me get it, because I get the basic principle of like paying money for something that has the potential to hold that has the potential to be with me for a lot of time, like that I can spend a lot of time with this game. There's a lot to do, there's a lot to explore. On the other hand, doing a straight dollars per hour ratio might be might not be exactly the best way to do it. But also to play devil's advocate, they were comparing like games that are kind of. I mean, if they had been comparing like Metroid to something like Monster Hunter, which by the way is a game in which people put like 600 hours and then complain, then there's not enough content for $60. So yeah, that's that as well. Straight dollar per hour might not be the best way ever, but to play devil's advocate, I sort of get the basic principle.
Yeah, I mean, but okay, I mean it's fair but wrong at the same time because
yeah,
I mean I don't know, I don't really think it's a good way. You know why it's a game that has the best value for his money? I mean, unless for me, The Witcher 3, because I bought it for 5 years ago, and I haven't finished yet. So it's like three euros per year.
Yeah, okay, if you do it like that. I mean, if we go by that logic, like the best game ever, if we go by that logic alone, because like you can do that kind of comparison when you like if you make a comparison of how much like money per hour is this game versus that other game, then you should like as a given you should be saying that like both games are on the same level of quality in like every other aspect, like game feel, how much fun it is, the moment-to-moment gameplay, the level of care, the
exactly.
toil or the world, the whatever the fuck. And in that case, then you could make they need to be comparable enough to in terms of like quality to start entering into that territory. Because if you do like just a amount of content per money value, then the best game in the world is that train simulator game, which is like kind of trash, but it has like 2,000 plus achievements and badges to collect, like more an insane number of things that you can do. And also, like, there's people that can find ways to squeeze like ungodly amounts of content from like I mean, there's people that's like people still have not tried all the possible ways to play like Gen 1 Pokemon.
Yeah, I mean, I know people that has like 1,000 hours on Pokemon Blue, and it's like, how? I mean,
It's also, I mean,
okay, perfect.
Yeah. That.
But,
okay, no, we're getting stuck in that. We're getting stuck in this.
But okay, getting back to Metroid, I really do hope that it wins the Game of the Year award this year because it's, in my opinion, it's that good.
You think that it might win like actual Game of the Year? No. Okay.
No,
okay.
no.
Which category? Which category?
Action games, I think it could win, in my opinion. But,
okay.
But
wait a second. What else came out in 2021 in the action games department?
I don't know. Ghost of Tsushima. No, it was a year before. I honestly don't know. I mean, I'm completely disconnected from.
Because I have one name, but I'm not sure how much of a contender is that gonna be. But of course, there's Monster Hunter Rise.
Oh, just Monster Hunter. Yeah, but probably.
And honestly, okay, I have not played Dread. You already know that, like, even if I know that it's very likely that I will love it when I get it, but like we both know that it's like impossible. It's like impossible in this universe that we get into a state in which I can say, not even it's better or it's worse, in which I can say that I enjoy playing any Metroid game more than I enjoy playing any Monster Hunter. Except if it's like if something extreme like Metroid Dread versus Monster Hunter 1. If you do it that way, maybe I can say, okay, it's genuinely more enjoyable for me to play a Metroid game.
Yeah, it's like me with Zelda games.
Yeah? Like anything else versus any given Zelda? Unless it's extreme.
Aside from Zelda 2 and maybe Majora's Mask.
Did you actually play Zelda 2?
I did. I never finished, but I did.
Okay, because I tried and like within 1 minute I wasn't understanding anything that was happening on screen.
No, I played it.
Oh, okay, good.
Almost halfway through the game, and
I respect you a lot. I respect you a lot for this.
Yeah, and I remember that at the startup I had the NES Mini, and I picked up the NES controller and I threw it against the screen and just unplugged the NES Mini and threw it in the box and said, okay.
Okay, so yeah, excluding Zelda 2 and Majora, like.
Yeah.
So what's this? Okay, yeah, I can get that. So, but that aside, like, I honestly think that if you're doing doing best action games and it's like only Metroid and Rise, there could be serious that could be a serious fight.
But I think that I think I have a feeling that the best action game title would be winner either from the Returnal or the Amazing Spider-Man. The Miles Morales one.
Oh.
Yes, right. Yeah.
Oh, there's Returnal. Yeah. Okay, but yeah. Wait a sec. Is Kenna even considered in this? I knew that. I know that it might have gotten a reaction.
I forgot. It's an awesome game, Kenna, also. But because on PC is only available via Epic Store, and I hate Epic Store, so.
The one thing I know about Kenna from you is that your last description of it is it's very good, but its menus are horrible.
Yeah.
The last time you told me anything about Kenna.
Yeah, the main menu is horrible. It's honestly my only gripe with the game, because otherwise it was like okay, it's very cool. I mean, it wasn't revolutionary. It was like, oh my god, I'm playing the best thing ever. But it was the classic thing in that just copied a lot of things that other games did, but it did it so well that you say, okay. I mean,
yeah.
You can find you cannot find a bad thing to say about it. So you are like, okay, everything is working as intended, so okay.
I have right now opened the Game Awards page, but I don't know if no, I think it's not updated.
No, it's gonna.
Because I'm seeing Doom Eternal, Animal Crossing, Ghost of Tsushima. Okay, no, it's last year.
No, because they are.
Oh, the Game Awards coming December 2021. Okay, that's the right one.
December. Yep.
Oh my god, how full of itself is this screen.
Yeah, honestly, the Game of the Year award conference is one of the. I mean, it's cringe beyond the comprehension.
Presented by Keanu Reeves, Nolan, and Gal Gadot. Oh my god.
Really?
Apparently. Or at the very least among the presenters.
Oh my god.
Okay. No, I don't want to get into this now.
Okay, so we also had the Animal Crossing Direct.
Oh, the Animal Crossing Direct. Okay, yeah, that was good.
And and I was screaming when I
I
saw all.
almost got back the wheel to play.
Yeah, I mean, I know I was watching it and I said, oh my god, they are adding this. Oh my god, they're adding that. Oh my god, the farming. Oh my god, the ladders, this and that.
Yeah, I haven't been playing in years, and I've been smiling like ear to ear.
Yeah,
the whole time.
And then I, screen goes to black, and then they presented the paid DLC, and I was like,
Please elaborate on that. Because the point, the one thing that I'm like, besides all the thing that we already righteously shot on them because of how they handle the saves, and of course no amount of DLCs or updates are ever gonna give us more than one island per Switch apparently. But when I saw, I didn't understand if like all of the things that they showed in the paid DLC apply to your island later. So I don't know if eventually you can get to the point in which you can change the size, the interior size of your own home, but most of all to the point in which you can modify stuff from a bird's eye view, because those two things were fucking amazing, but they were specifically not named when they mentioned the feature from the Home Designer Pro that transfer to the main island. So I'm kind of worried.
I didn't understand that either, but the thing is, the crazy thing about Animal Crossing is that I bought the game. My girlfriend bought the game for me, and
yeah, okay.
Yeah. And
similar experiences there.
Yeah, the thing is, I never thought that I would like Animal Crossing, but I spent like 400 hours playing Animal Crossing, and I honestly could never imagine that, watching the direct, I immediately said, okay, this is like another 400 hours worth of content.
Speaking of which, yeah, how many euros per hour?
How many euros per hour? I mean, it's only 25 euros, so it's a good trade. But
it's funny how content is so relative, because like this is like some more pieces of furniture and the bar. It's not like they introduce like story elements of like, but people look at that, oh my god, I can do more of these for 400 hours. Value for money. And I'm saying this as one that like thinks that as well. Like I almost got back the wheel to play.
Yeah, I'm gonna buy the DLC like 100% because
yeah, the point. Yeah, we still
because it's so cool. I mean,
highly likely that this happens here as well.
Yeah, the thing is that the DLC is basically another game inside the game, because it's not just only expansion. Like, you can do this, because you fly to another side of the map, and it's like another completely new game world. And
it is also, if you want to be mean, the only part of the new stuff that is actually like, I think that is actually new stuff instead of things that were in previous Animal Crossing that were not in New Horizons at launch, and then we put it and that we're putting back.
Yeah, exactly.
Because there's also that element to consider. So that's like now New Horizons. Okay, no, that's definitely extra stuff, but also now most of what was in the free update is stuff that in some form or another was a staple of most previous Animal Crossing, and particularly New Leaf. Like, it took this long for gyroids.
Yeah. But I mean, we're glad they're here. I mean, the gyroids are super cute.
Yeah. Potentially. They're potentially scary as fuck.
No, they are scary as fuck, but that's why they're cute. And I'm honestly happy to. I've never been this excited for DLC in like ever. So, I mean, I'm really looking forward to play it, because and I honestly, while I'm speaking, I really can't believe that I'm saying this, and I'm excited for something Animal Crossing related.
Again.
Because I am another type of guy that plays Animal Crossing. Okay, it just feels wrong, but I am hooked and I can't stop, and I don't.
You weren't before 2020.
Yeah, no, but the crazy thing is that
Sorry.
when Animal Crossing came out, I was playing Dragon Quest XI, like non-stop. And the crazy thing is that I stopped playing Dragon Quest to play Animal Crossing, and I never picked up Dragon Quest XI for like 4 months.
Yeah, you're describing. I know that experience. Like, Animal Crossing got big in the way of me playing Breath of the Wild.
Yeah, exactly. And it was
Breath of the fucking Wild, like, yeah.
I mean, okay, and it has been released at the same time where Doom Eternal was.
That was hilarious.
Yeah, it was one of the craziest things I ever have in the history of video game, because they were like two completely complementary games, like the two pieces of the same puzzle, and just fits together perfectly, and it was awesome. And I remember that I bought Doom Eternal on the day one, and the special edition, because I was act as hell. I have never played it for like 6 months because I was playing Animal Crossing.
Yeah, I know that.
I never touched it.
We even had some hangouts at the time.
And I remember that I raised my head, I looked at my bookshelf, and I saw my copy of Doom Eternal on there. I said,
Play me, you dumb bus.
When I bought that, when? So I don't know what part of the Animal
Of course, there was like that month or two in which you would wake up and like we were also in quarantine, so it was like you wake up, breakfast, then you do island maintenance and pick up fossils and all of that, and then you do the rest of the things you're doing for the work, and then
exactly.
at least other 2 times during the day you were back picking up weeds and all stuff that, by the way, you would never do IRL even if they paid you to do that.
No, exactly. I mean, I have taken more fossils in Animal Crossing than I did in all of my career of archaeologist.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, that's the crazy thing about Animal Crossing, that it's not a game, that becomes part of your routine.
Cool.
That at a certain days and certain hours you have to do this and this and that, and you just do it. I mean,
and it's in the same brain category, or okay, I have to do the laundry, and then I have to farm the bamboo seeds. Wait, what the fuck?
Yeah, exactly. I remember that I was talking to my girlfriend, and she said that she has the same schedule every day now, because she works in the morning and do whatever she likes in the afternoon. And I remember that.
That feels nice, having the same schedule. Like,
yeah,
I would love that.
I remember that the schedule was the same almost every day, and between 3 p.m. and 5 p.m. it was like Animal Crossing. And it was right after eating and right before doing the laundry. It was like I'm not playing. I'm just
I'm just doing Animal Crossing. I'm just upkeeping the village upkeep maintenance.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, and It's awesome.
So by the way, speaking of, okay, no, go on, and then I'm gonna change the topic.
I have to find 1 hour per day to play Animal Crossing now.
Yeah. And we're going back to that apparently.
Yeah. And I have to reschedule on my day.
I mean, not me, because like while I was in the middle of farming and team building in stories, in Monster Hunter Stories 2, I like randomly picked up Rise. I don't even know why I decided I'm gonna play Rise today, and then I got back. It kicked back in, and then now I was in the middle of like theory crafting builds for Stories 2, and my brain completely switched gear to armor sets in Rise. So right now, the days in which I go to work, and there's like there is that hour in the morning in which I know I'm not feasibly doing anything else. It's like, okay, let's one or two monsters. I'm back in that grind, so I don't know if I'm personally going to the island anywhere soon, but that's definitely new Animal Crossing playtime on the horizon in the house.
In the horizon, in the Animal Crossing horizon.
Yeah. That said, speaking of things that are cute and scary and stuff, have you seen what the fuck Pokemon just did?
Yeah.
Have you seen the Blair Witch fucking trailer that they put out?
Yeah, it was awesome. It was a creepypasta.
Okay, so the cool and sad thing, Animal Crossing and coffee after lunch, exactly that. The cool and sad thing about it is that just today they released a version, like the clear version in which you can see the footage, the full footage.
Yeah, I saw that.
And in a way, I mean, I kind of okay. They look cool, they look cute. There's also the fact that the trailer looks kind of like Pokemon Snap, and also looks like 4 times better at least at the game, but does not talk about that. And also that kind of experience really does not seem to be faithfully translated in the game, which, I mean, like, trailers that are that different from the game are like make sense in a large marketing campaign, or where the game is like on Game Boy Advance, and then you could make a live action trailer that is like, okay, I'm selling you the emotions of the game because the game is stylized, and so it's gonna sell you the same suggestions, even if it does not have the same fidelity. That doesn't really work here. That said, I do love the new Zora and Zorak. I am curious about them, more about them than about the game itself, especially after the last trailer that we saw together here. But I am kind of sad that they immediately revealed them.
Yeah.
Honestly, I could have gone with like not knowing until the game came out and just like leaving the crazy shit scary trailer and just like, we did this. Randomly, no notice, no explanation, nothing until the game release. I mean, why the fuck? At least since 6th generation, it's at least okay, it's not just Pokemon, it's like all of gaming has become like that. But Pokemon is particularly impacted, especially because like the Pokédex has shrunk significantly in the new Pokemon. Starting from Gen 6, generations of Pokemon are like half of what they used to be.
Yeah, why?
That is not necessarily even bad, because it is true in general that then like I do think I do honestly have this opinion of both Gen 7 and 8, a little less about 6, that the average quality of Pokemon designs went up since they cut the numbers of each new generations. I do think that is true, and I do think, at least with the in the 7 generations, basically every new Pokemon had like a new move or a new ability or a particularly interesting concept and ecology or novelty. So I do think that there is also, I mean, in order to slow down. So like if you start adding just 60 to 80 Pokemon per generation instead of 120 to 200, it slows down the power creep and the Pokédex creep and the memory creep of people like you and me that have been playing for more like you in the case of more like me in the case of Pokemon that have been playing for almost 2 decades now. So I do think that's a positive in that, but the point is the Pokédex has shrunk. At the same time, they have taken this horrible habit to reveal most of it before the game launches.
Yeah, exactly.
Like go to the official website of Sun and Moon. Like there's all of them, fucking all of them. That's like I got one. It's not from spoilers of the game. It's not from data mining. I got basically all of the official Pokédex spoiled by Nintendo themselves before the game even came out.
I mean,
Why the fuck? I honestly hate this, and I've been told, okay, you can simply not watch them, but it's not like, I mean, I'm not watching leaks, I'm not watching data mines. Besides the fact that it's cool to watch trailers and speculate about them, I mean, it shouldn't be something that it should be something that builds hype, and not some. Why is that the only way that they have to build hype is apparently showing the entire point of. Yeah, I'm sorry, I'm losing the train of word, but you perfectly got what I'm about right now. What the fuck?
The thing is, you know, a big part of the Pokemon experience was like actually going around the world and watching all the different kinds of Pokemon that were, you know, in all the different worlds, and it was a discovery because you know.
Yeah, and don't even knowing that some things were existed, like
yeah, exactly.
Seeing some of your friends that code this. Where the fuck is that found? How do you evolve this to that?
Yeah, I mean, I specifically remember when I was playing Pokemon White. You know, I knew nothing about the game, and it was cool, you know, to go to another area and just a new Pokemon pops out and this, what the hell is this? And I mean, it was one of the funniest thing in the experience. So I don't really understand why releasing all of them in the same time and watching them all the same time.
I really don't like the concept that it's not like avoiding spoil. I have to avoid official promotional material until launch to not get spoiled. The majority of the reason I would even buy the game because I mean, fuck, it's fucking up at this point, especially with what Pokemon games have become. In the recent years, the one reason for me that still would get me to buy a Pokemon game is that I want to play with these new creatures and have them in my team and raise them and play with them and have them meet like my old Pokemon from the old games. I want to discover and find them and appreciate all the design. The fact that like in Sun and Moon that there was one Pokemon that when I got the game I didn't know it existed. And it's not like I mean, it's not even like I actually didn't know it existed, because it was the pre-evolution of a Pokemon that I already knew existed. So it was like I sort of okay, I saw it and I immediately knew where that would fit, but I actually hadn't seen the shape and hadn't heard of the name. I was like, that was one moment of like, oh, one out of potentially like 80. Because the fucking website spoiled them to me. I mean, it's like, it's not even the Pokédex leaks. or the day they might. But by the way, as a matter of speaking of that, why the fuck do they not scrub the demos properly?
I don't
Like,
know.
okay, I get, okay, they make the demos. I mean, in a way, I don't even understand, but that's my maybe I don't know enough about programming or production. Why don't they like make the demo as like a completely separate version? Like, okay, make the engine, make the assets, and then like open a different project in the engine and like make the demo. Okay, I don't know. Okay, they make the code of all the game and then make. Sort of I don't know, it seems like they make the demo like they make the game, then put the demo in the game, then remove the rest of the game and give you the demo.
Yeah.
But they did it twice, and 2 times they did it, 2 times they did not scrub properly, and like all of the pockets of the full game got leaked. And they also decided that there was a reason, that and leaking of the game was a reason to sort of punish us with the late release of, I don't know which game exactly, but I mean, what the fuck?
I mean, I honestly think that Game Freak is one of the most incompetent developer I ever seen.
It's not even about incompetence, they're so weird, they are such a weird approach. In a way, they're like the perfect partner company for Nintendo.
Yeah.
Because they are like the one company that shares like their fucking weird out of this world attitude. It's like, because sometimes they like do occasional side showings that they can do amazing things. For example, with the animated shorts. For example, with some of the ideas that they had in the last 3 movies. Which, by the way, if you want to, I can mention those as well. We can talk about those, but and sometimes they just drop the ball from higher than they even took it. It's like it's maddening. There's no other way to describe what the ways in which they work.
I honestly don't know. I mean,
I don't know what the fuck is going on with their minds with Pokemon Legends, because. Okay, I don't know. I mean, how the fuck did you look at the footage, at the game footage that you're showing? In this day, I'm not even talking about whether it's right or wrong that fans react like that. But how the fuck did you look at that game footage and think, yeah, let's go. Green light. We're promoting the game like this.
I don't know. The one thing that amazes me is that every time we talk about Pokemon, we always ended up ranting about something. It's never something good to say. It's amazing. But yeah, I mean, I don't know. I'm not saying that they don't care, because obviously they care. It's just like
they care in such a weird fucking way, honestly.
Yeah. It's almost like they do the games and they say, okay, it's the best we can do. We can do better because we.
I mean, in a way, it's also because there's I think that is a good deal of it's gonna sell anyway, so why even care? So who care? Like we'll do something that seems fun, and we're like not, because it's not like even. It's not about the idea, it's not about the concept, it's about the lack of fucking polish. It's not even about the amount of content.
Yeah, exactly.
It's
the same with Bethesda, by the way.
Yeah. Yeah, oh my god, they're metamorphosing into Bethesda. That's a scary proposition. Because imagine Bethesda, but with the Nintendo attitude towards fan-made content. But, yeah.
I honestly
imagine Bethesda games, if Bethesda actively hated the concept of mods.
No, the games would
and
be
hunted down every single modder.
I mean,
with squads of lawyers armed in SWAT gear.
just the thing that you can actually play New Vegas and Fallout 3 on Windows 10, and you have to relate to a mod to make it playable. It's just beyond me. But
Imagine Bethesda games if they had the Nintendo attitude.
I think I would never become a Fallout fan.
They would like be they would like just be remakes of the Atari ET game after a certain point.
Yeah, probably. Yeah.
Oh my god! But also,
they're unpolished. Yeah, you'd say the right thing. They are unpolished. It's not like they are bad. They are unpolished.
And also, throwback to something that we said earlier about it's because, by the way, it's not even because in some aspects they're like weirdly polished and in some others weird. Just weird. Going back to something we said earlier, all of the discussions about content, like this obsession with content. Value for hour, that a game is not worth it if you a game is not worth it even if people like because that's the irony. We live in an age in which people like play game at an insane rate. Everything on they like buy very expensive game like faster and faster and faster, somehow complete it incredibly fast. A game comes out and like 150% guides come out on the internet like an hour later. Any game that is not like 100 hours of base game time and then live service updates for a year is like too little content, despite the fact that people are playing multiple of these games at once. And that, let's be honest, a lot of gamers are actually people of our age that are supposed to have or do have jobs, like both of us, by the way.
Yeah.
Both of us in the same industry, funnily enough, even if in different roles. In this context, we have Game Freak that is like cutting down and down and down and down the amount of content and game replayability, etc. And then we have Junichi fucking Masuda that goes out and says, like he said at the time of Horus, that but because I don't know if you know that he fucking said that we have not including the Battle Frontier because with free to play mobile games and smartphones and all of the rest, people don't have the time and the will to play long and hard games, so we're just not going to bother. I'm not gonna say anything else. Just like he fucking said that. He basically said that people don't really care for that. In this age, by the way, with all of the conversation we had on the absurd debates on difficulty and other subject in this day and age, he said that people are not interested in a lot of people wouldn't even play it if it's difficult, if it's too much, if it's complex. So we're just not putting it there. And by the way, he also rubbed salt. They also rubbed salt in the wound, because I don't know if you know, but in Horus there is they like put in the time to troll everyone that wanted the Battle Frontier.
Yeah.
Do you know that there is an active troll in that game?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I have.
You know what I'm referring to.
Yeah. I think that Pokemon, the Pokemon Company, Game Freak, is the way they think. It's they do things because in the Japan market.
Yeah, look at this.
Yeah.
You have no idea how I felt finding out that.
Yeah, but the thing is that, in my opinion, they just, they do things that way because, in the Japanese market, they have certain expectations and they have certain needs and all this stuff, and they just work according to them, because it's true that in the Japanese market, they are basically playing only gacha games on the phone. But
yeah, but that's true. Even a lot of people play mobile and free-to-play games in the West as well. I don't know. Does that mean is Japan different in the fact that somehow these have people stopped completing JRPGs in Japan? Or wanting JRPGs, or have other JRPGs in Japan started to cut down on content before that because of this?
No.
Or is it only Pokemon that's doing that? For fuck's sake, Final Fantasy is pulling a Warner Brothers and transforming Final Fantasy VII in a series of its fucking own.
Yeah,
exactly. Final Fantasy VII is becoming a fucking franchise on its own at this point.
Yeah, and by the way, it's a thing that makes me incredibly salty as well, because how much content you can make from a single game. But anyway, yeah, I don't know why.
The Battle Frontier wasn't included because only a tiny number of players would have appreciated and used this game features. Players get fed up more easily than they did in the past and aren't attracted by these demanding challenges. This in the age of Dark Souls, Binding of Isaac, people like foaming at the mouth for Elden Ring, and all of the rest, and all of the people getting crazier and crazier and crazier about difficulty, and difficulty and content and endgame. And no one really doesn't care about one of the coolest post-game challenges Pokemon ever had.
Yeah, exactly.
What the? It's not even incompetence. It's not even callousness, because it's on what fucking planet do these people live? Who do they speak to?
That's exactly. They should immediately fire wherever is their consultant, because they really don't have a fucking idea what they're talking about.
I don't. Yeah, I really know.
By the way, side note. People is losing their minds for the 20-second clip of the ring, and I read all the comments and I was like, guys, why?
Excuse me, I lost I lost your last sentence. Sorry.
No, because you mentioned Elden Ring, and I was thinking about people losing their minds because for that 25 seconds clips, that guy jumping around.
Yep.
And I was like, why? It's a guy jumping around. People are cyberpunk haters are still hating us because they said that you fell for the hype, but they show 1 hour and 50 minutes long gameplay parts of the game 3 years ago. And people the same people are losing their mind for a 25 seconds.
To be fair, we do not have stats on how those two groups overlap. Okay, they probably do. At least there is overlap. I don't know to what extent. To what extent?
Yeah, but it's a clip, 25 seconds of a guy jumping around.
I'm not against the fact that people are getting excited and hyped over analyzing that clip. I'm actually that clip is one of the things that prove my point. This notion that people don't have the time or the interest because the smartphones and stuff to do. No. Just no basis for that. Meanwhile, I put up an image of my literal whole childhood on screen. It's not even the fact. Oh, by the way, demanding challenges and kids getting bored. I never completed any of this as a child. I was particularly shitty at the Battle Frontier. I never even. I think I maybe once. Maybe I battled I don't know the English name, Fortunata, the frontier brain of the of the snake here. I don't know the English name of the of what in Italian was a battle snake. I like sort of completed one version of one out of 7 incredible challenges as a kid. It was never a problem. It was not the fact I couldn't beat any of this. It wasn't a problem. The fact that it was there like made my childhood. So like it's because I don't know, because something like this I'm sorry, I'm really losing my mind right now, because this compounds with a lot of any other, this compounds with things that I say about media and movies, and when people give me the it's for kids excuse, probably because I have a big case of like a big form of Peter Pan syndrome, and I have a very, very vivid memory of what kind of kid I was, because that kid is very much alive within me as I am now, and like I do remember how the other kid that I was friends with were, and it's like, no, you don't know. I mean, if you people, anyone that says it's for kids, so, and proceed to excuse about games and about movies to excuse certain stuff, has probably not seen a live kid in like 2 years at least.
Exactly.
For more than 1 minute. You've not been around kids, and you don't remember anything of how your childhood was, apparently.
Yeah, and that's the point. And that's the point when, and I get very angry when I saw like those crappy trailer for those crappy CGI cartoons on the seat on the theater, because they say no, it's for the kids. I said, a kid is not stupid. You can't just grab him and sit him in front of the television and say, okay, forget about it. Because
yeah, also a kid might actually be a harsher judge. There is something that are technically that are supposedly for kids that I like more now, or that I can excuse more now, because I can see why they are a certain way. Now, when I was a kid, I would have hated the shit out of them.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, now I don't have like specific examples right now, but like every single time like I see an animation movie and I say, oh my god, the plot in this part, this makes no sense, why are they doing this? And someone tell me, oh my, it's a movie for kids. I can assure you, when I was 8, I would have been complaining more than I am now. Because I wouldn't even been like able to guess like the production or marketing or constraints, motives to make a plot like that, and kid me would have only registered the stupid things are happening on screen, this story is stupid, I hate you, I hate everyone.
Yeah, exactly, me too. I mean, I remember when I was like,
oh yeah, Monster Hunter Stories too. Someone made me this thing. It's for kids, and one of the things is like, okay, first of all, yeah, no. Secondly, first of all, yeah, no, it's not an excuse because kids are not stupid. Second, this game, if you look at the actual target audience of the actual people that buy this game, or the first one, no, it's not a game for kids. Like that is a lie that everyone keeps telling. That we all keep telling ourselves to justify some of the things that happen in it, because that the first game did not sell to kids, and did not sell primarily to kids, except maybe in Japan, maybe, and Monster Hunter Stories 2 is not selling primarily to kids right now.
No, but
that's just not happening, and also as a kid, some of the problem, the biggest problem of that game story, if that the reasons for which stuff happens are fucking incomprehensible at certain points. So as a kid, that would be even worse.
Yeah. No, but the thing is, I don't think that Nintendo, the main releases of Nintendo games, aside from maybe Animal Crossing and maybe Mario Kart, maybe, they don't have a single game that is kid target only. I honestly can't think about a game like this.
No, they usually, I mean, they're playable by kids, they're enjoyable by kids.
Yeah,
You can
exactly.
start to like them when you're a kid, but that does not mean anything. For kids does not mean it has to be childish. It does not mean it
No,
has to be stupid. It does not mean, especially because, I mean, that's when the brain is forming, that's when imagination is forming. Shouldn't you put more effort on stuff that is for kids?
no.
Because I think you should.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, I mean, the thing is, like, okay, let's just take, I don't
I'm
know,
boiling right now.
Link's Awakening, okay?
Yeah.
Which is one of the cutest game. You can buy it now on the Switch because it's very childish, like the art style. So you can think, okay, this is a child game. Okay, go ahead, pick up a 7-year-old kid and put it in front of the screen, and then you sit on another TV side by side. You tell me which one gonna finish the game before first. I mean, I honestly think.
And that's not even a problem. I mean, it's not a problem if a child gets stuck on a game, especially because a child has all the fucking day to play it.
Yeah, exactly. I I remember that when my girlfriend was playing for the first time Twilight Princess back in 2006 on the Wii, his little brother was sitting right next to her, and he was like 4 years old, and he didn't read. He wasn't able to read, and she got stuck multiple times during dungeons, and the kid was like just looking at the screen and said, "Why don't you do that?" And was always the exact thing.
Yeah,
So I mean,
of course.
I
But
don't know.
I think did I tell you about that time I basically made I was working as a kids entertainer at a summer camp, and I organized an improvised basically collaborative storytelling lab for all of the kids that were not playing around, and it was like a bunch of little girls like age 6 to 11 at most, and like one boy age 6, which contributed a bit less, honestly, because he was like a bit less in the mood. He just like wanted to hang out with us. But basically, what I did in that occasion was like I gathered everyone that was not playing football or already doing something else. Everyone that was bored, and like say it. And like we went into this room. I gave paper and crayons and pencils to everyone, and I told them, okay, now each of you is gonna draw like the first character that comes to mind. It comes to your mind. You're gonna write who they are and what they can do, and you have like 1 hour to do this. And when it's over, we're all gonna make a story together that features every single character that we've made this way. They blew my fucking mind.
Yeah, I can imagine.
It was that was an incredible. I mean, of course, I also remember. I also vividly remember the thing I imagined when I was a kid, but they blew my fucking minds. And I think that everyone that wants to make content for kids should do like that at least once every 2 months to remember what kids are actually like. For example, what things actually scare them, and what things like oh yeah, I'm cool with that.
Yeah, exactly.
For example, a lot of the things they pulled out, and funnily enough, they were basically all little girls. A lot of the things they pulled out were scary as shit. Like one of these girls, like she was like 7, and her character was like a serial killer mermaid, and the weapon of choice of which was a saw, but not like a chainsaw or something. No, like the wood saws with only one handle and the blade that goes like the most painful and slow and torturous death that you can imagine, because there's no way to rapidly kill someone with one of those. It's like you have to tie them down and then
Wow.
and I was like, oh my god, I'm scared. And she was like,
Wow.
and she uses a saw to kill people. Okay.
That was
Okay.
a hell of a kid. Good choice. Good kid.
No, that was absolutely amazing, and it's a reality check that I think a lot of people would need. It's for kids, my ass.
Yeah, but can you? Okay, why every time we talk about Pokemon, we always ended up like screaming in rage? Why? I mean,
because I care a lot. Because I was the kind of kid that liked Pokemon so fucking much that I probably caused an allergy to like Japanese things as a whole in my parents. So
yeah.
it's that. Also, I mean, yeah, okay, you made me think back to the point of like content, and yeah, even like games for kids should probably have more content and more replayability, because a kid is going to hyperfixate on a game for like months.
Yeah, exactly.
If he has the ability to. I mean, it's games for grown-ups that should be shorter because we have fucking jobs.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, I remember when I was a kid, I played.
We have like less than 10 minutes, but
yeah, me too. I mean, I played like I think 1,000 hours on Dragon Ball Z Budokai Tenkaichi 2.
Easily.
Because I had nothing better to do. I mean, I dropped out from school. I put out my PS2 and just keep playing, and I was I mean, just one game.
Yeah.
And speaking about long game, I am happy. Because and you know that God of War is gonna be released on PC. And I have already pre-ordered it.
But so wait a minute, because I'm getting lost. Which God of War is it? Is it the one? So it's the first one in which Kratos is in the I mean in the northern myths with the kid.
Exactly.
And there's a new one of those coming out.
Right.
Okay. And is that the one with Fat Thor, by the way, or was that Assassin's Creed?
No.
I'm confused. Okay, no, it's the other one. Okay, I said something incredibly stupid.
And I'm extremely excited, but also I am extremely confused because we talked about a lot about me getting a PS4 or a PS5 someday in the future, and I was gonna buy the PS4 only for 4 games, basically: Horizon, God of War, Gran Turismo Sport, and Bloodborne. And 2 of them are on PC now, so and Bloodborne is gonna be released on PC.
Dude, if you had I don't know what we're going to do in the future, but if I knew by now that if I already knew if I was certain that you were going to buy a PS4, I would probably be like, okay, fuck it, I'm gifting you Monster Hunter World and I'm bringing my whole fucking PS4 back here. I'm making you do this, but okay. Yeah, since you're probably not doing it, we'll talk about that. I'll get you some other way.
And I'm thrilled about the fact that basically
I can still buy your eyes though. There's still that option.
And I'm thrilled about the fact that basically there are no more exclusive, because I mean God of War is one of those games that it's
literally a Sony IP. If I'm correct.
I mean, God of War is like Gran Turismo or Crash Bandicoot. It's that the game that belongs to PlayStation. Point. And it's the game for PlayStation. And the fact
that is high.
Yeah, and I mean the fact that it's been released on PC, it's like mind blowing for me, more than Uncharted or Horizon, honestly. Because
Yeah,
because I mean for Horizon, I saw that come because they start they start talking about releasing on PC like
yeah,
why
but
not?
also it's not technically that much of a Sony first party thing.
No,
And
exactly.
also it's not as, I mean, it's not as historic as
No,
it's not as historically PlayStation as Kratos.
no, exactly. And also for Uncharted, I knew that they were gonna make a Tomb Raider move. You know, Tomb Raider was only on PlayStation and PC, and so I always
Yep.
thought, okay, they're gonna be released on PC. And by the way, it's another game that I'm gonna buy in the future. And also we had the Death Stranding, but I mean, we all knew that Death Stranding was gonna be released on PC because Kojima said that right after the PS4 release. So, but I mean, God of War, I never saw that coming, honestly, and I was like hyped beyond myself because it's
I'm happy for you because I would like to play that game
yeah.
at one point.
Yeah, I mean, and I'm a huge fan of God of War. I played God of War 2, God of War 3, and Ghost of Sparta on PSP. And I'm
Yeah,
gonna God of War.
I'm not, and I'm still hyped as fuck. Like it's like the first time that that a God of War like got me genuinely hyped and interested.
Yeah, I mean, that was the reason why I was gonna buy a PlayStation 4 or 5 or whatever.
Yeah, but now,
Yeah, I mean, there is no point. I mean,
but now,
I'm not gonna play the PS4 or PS5 just for Gran Turismo because as far as I love the game and I love it and it's one of the favorites I guess of all time, I don't see myself buying a
yeah.
PS4 just for one game. I mean, I don't care, honestly. I don't really care.
Yeah, I'm a similar situation in which I don't see myself like I mean that's no way I could I do something like buy the PC version of Rise.
Yeah,
But the
exactly.
fact that the PC version of Rise now exists and that they have announced that we are not gonna have crossplay or cross saves, sadly, is like one more blow. I mean, I I so much want to have an Italian hunting group again, and specifically to play with either you or Damparo, and like the stars are aligning to not make me do that. But there is Dauntless, so I do have some hope. I mean, but
Yeah.
okay, it's not Monster Hunter though. Let's be
No,
real.
but
It's a completely different kind of experience, completely different kind of thing.
first of all, you gotta find a graphic video because otherwise,
Yeah, I mean,
no.
yeah, I mean, if I get the plan would be like within 2022, maybe what could happen is that if I can get a graphics card, then like the next move, like the moment the graphics card is in my house and working and verified to be working, then it's Steam, Monster Hunter World and Iceborne, and I'm pestering you. Like I'm
Okay,
pestering the shit out of you,
the
we're
moment
streaming that.
the moment you buy it, I'm gonna buy it. Okay, and that's a promise in front of
Okay,
like
okay,
your
because at that point let's like it's either that or Rise, but also Rise is like going to be Rise on Switch is going to be 60 euros for who knows how long. So unless how long? So unless they pull up a surprise sale, it's probably likelier that like War than Iceborne happens
yeah.
before that, and also that would yeah, but yeah. That said, okay, I think we have to say goodbye, and I'm proposing
Mhm.
probably next time that we do this will be sometimes in November, and I think that by then we can at the very least start talking about our personal game of the year, so
Yeah,
the Mangotti and
yeah,
the Fugoti.
yeah, got it.
So we can start talking about that at the very least. Start to find out some nominees because I don't think I'll be buying any new games
No, I mean,
before the
no,
year ends, unless they do something. And even then, I wouldn't have that much time to play it. to play them, unless they like do something like for Christmas, or no, before Christmas they like heavily discount either Rise or Pikmin 3 for me in particular. I'm probably not going to buy any new game before the end of the year, so I'm ready to start selecting candidates, and I don't know, maybe you are too.
The next game I'm waiting is Forza Horizon 5, and it's gonna be released on Game Pass. So
good.
So.
Well then, that's been amazing. It's got very heated by the hand, and I can't wait to do the next one.
Yeah.
Well, I'm going to bed with veins that pulsate in my forehead.
So it got heated, but we haven't talked about the Nintendo Online expansion. Time, but...
Yeah. I'm summarizing that in fuck the expansion. Like seriously. Fuck that. Especially like everything that we said about emulation, about the Nintendo attitude, about shitty stuff. They basically did. It was almost worse than we predicted last time.
Yeah.
So yeah, we can conclude this with from the heart, like with all the love. Yeah, fuck the online expansion. Like fuck it hard. And good night to you all. Follow us on the usual channels. We love you all. This has been Fabrizio and Mango. We're signing out. Bye bye. Bella raga. Stream is out in 3, 2, 1, and